So the other day, I saw a tweet. I feel like all my videos start out like that.
I saw a tweet the other day.
I saw a tweet that said, "Woke One was crazy," attached to the infamous photo of Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of Democrat politicians kneeling in African costumes back in 2020 to honor George Floyd. What a fever dream. There were many similar posts from people talking about how crazy Woke One was, or Woke 1.0 as they call it. Leftists talking about what they did wrong during
like 2016?
Woke 1.0, how they came off too strongly with things like abolish the police, and how they'll do things differently during Woke 2.0. Yeah. You'll get him next time, champ. And don't get me wrong, 2020 was crazy. At the time, I was a bit preoccupied trying my hardest to get Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard elected. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, from what I remember, 2020 was crazy.
Just forget it.
But that was not Woke 1.0. Woke 1.0 started long ago. Long ago when being woke was called being an SJW.
I remember that.
Sarkeesian was public enemy #1. And
I was watching people like Jim Sterling, who ended up being captured by the woke and became Stephanie. It's so fucking weird.
I identify as an attack helicopter, believe it or not, was a joke young people told, and not your 65-year-old uncle on Facebook. You see, Woke 1.0 was not George Floyd and COVID masks, no. This was Woke 1.0.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
Oh shit, we're going way back.
And welcome to the Shoe0Nhead channel. I am your host, Shoe0Nhead. You may also know me on Reddit as every e-girl combined into one insufferable millennial woman with fetal alcohol syndrome, or perhaps just Asmongold on HRT. As I am filming this, it is the 12th anniversary of my first video on this channel. 12 years. 12 years a slave to the algorithm. So in this video, we are going to react to that video as well as a few other old videos of mine. We're gonna see how well or how terrible everything has aged, because let's be real, a lot of this shit aged like milk. Wait, why is the arrow pointing this way? What the f— We are going to talk about Woke 1.0, the ancient lore of me and my channel, how the Overton window has shifted so far since then, how stupid everything looks.
Bro, just saying. We tried to warn you. We warned you it was going to get this bad. If nobody was going to do anything, everybody was denying that anything bad was happening, and then here we are.
Back then, in comparison to things happening today, I feel like every morning we wake up and we are living through yet another historical event. The news moves so fast. There's pressure to react instantly, to pick a side, to condemn, to support. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have
6
been
months
using
at least,
sponsor,
if at all,
Ground News.
So
let's quickly give them a shout out before we
News.
get into this video. Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being—
You know what's better? It's X. X will really get you what you're getting from Ground News. I think Ground News is kind of a scam.
Covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. They make it really easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's check out this story about how Republicans in Congress continue to back Iran war despite the political risk. On the left, you'll see the headlines—
It's not even Republicans in Congress, man. It's like people who have business all around the world. That's really who it is, and they control the Republicans in Congress.
About this are like, Iran war keeps dashing GOP's midterm hopes. And this is how a right-wing outlet covers the same story. Tucker Carlson claims Israel controls US politics, force Trump into Iran war. Very different focuses here, very different—
Yeah, he's wrong. It's the international investors and the international corporations.
Vibes going on here. But my favorite feature of Ground News is definitely the blind
America
spot
first,
feature.
baby. We need to get out of the globe. We need to pull back and fuck everybody else.
Shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is another story about how the Iran war is deeply unpopular with even Trump's voters. 39 sources covered this. 64% were left-wing, and only 14 were right-wing. Right-wing media trying to avoid how even their own fan base are sick of this war. And here's a story about how Ilhan Omar's sister is apparently linked to Minnesota's fraud scandal.
Hold on, going back to the war thing. You know what I think should happen in this war with Iran? Just flatten them, and then be done with it.
100% of the sources that covered this story are right-wing. No left-wing outlets have covered this story. There are so many examples like this, and Ground News makes it really easy to just
you can see that
lay
on
it
X.
all out in the open. I've been using Ground News for years now, and it is one of my favorite apps. Even the Nobel Peace Center.
Facebook groups are pretty good now. They're getting a lot better. I've been in Facebook groups for about a month, and holy shit, dude. Underrated.
Recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. High praise. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off.
Yeah, that's the thing with Facebook groups. People want to have an echo chamber, but Facebook groups is open. Unless you have like a private Facebook group, you're not getting an echo chamber because anybody can get in there. You can have a conservatives only group, but if it's public, then Democrats can get in there also. And I love it. People complain about it all the time. I'm like, no, I love these morons being in here. Because you people don't realize that you are also morons.
Off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. To get the 40% off discount, go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today.
I'm just gonna pitch Facebook groups again. A lot of my favorite people that I've been interacting with are lefties. Not leftoids, lefties. They're just on the left, and I don't agree with anything, and I don't know if they like me, and I don't really like them, but we have, like, actual deep conversations in Facebook groups, and I love it.
Big thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, as always, for not skipping the ad. And now, back to the video. One of the most funny and like endearing things that have been happening lately is people will discover my channel and then they'll make reaction videos to my videos and they'll title them things like Shoe0Nhead is done with the left. Shoe0Nhead is finally waking up. And it's like, I've been woken up. Do not cite the anti-woke magic to me, Nuxtaku. I was there when it was written. Before your girl was Kami Mommy.
I was there too. I've been watching Shoe since the beginning.
For better or worse, I was one of the founding fathers of anti-woke content on the internet. I saw this one tweet that was like, the idea there was a woke one is the most jarring to America's moment I've ever had. Really, bitch? I mean, like, I get it. I would pretend it never happened too. It was very embarrassing, but really, bitch? I was there when Bernie Sanders was talking about unions and has microphones snatched by Black Lives Matter. That was basically the birth of my entire political worldview. You can't pretend that shit never happened.
That's about when I started. That's about whenever I got on.
I was there when a grown-ass scientist was harassed and brought to tears for daring to wear a shirt with like cartoon pinup girls on it. We need Nuremberg trials for all the 2010s. You should legally be forced to wear some kind of patch on you in public to identify you as a woke
Whoa, hold on. Wait, I don't know if we should go that far.
1.0 freak. When I saw that tweet, I literally had to stop
We don't want to start labeling people with symbols.
Writing my other video to make this one. Because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these people rewrite history. We're not gonna let you write the history books, okay? Who do you think you are? Ghislaine Maxwell's father? So I'm going to be talking about 4 different videos here.
So they can only rewrite the trending history. They can't rewrite real history because everything exists on the internet now. You can't get rid of actual history. People want to talk about like how history is manipulated. Nah, I think they try to manipulate it, but it's easy to see it all out there if you really go looking.
Oppression Olympics, Social Justice League vs. Gamers, Average is Beautiful, and Questions for Men Answered by Woman. I'm not going to be showing the full videos because this video would be 4 hours long, so if you want to watch the full videos, the links will be in the description. Thank you, I love you, bye-bye. So, Oppression Olympics was my first cultural, political video, uploaded July of 2014. 12 years ago. How old were you guys 12 years ago. I am like 60
I don't wanna
years
talk about
old
it.
in internet years. Like 204 years old in
Bro, I was an adult still. 12 years. Fuck, dude. I'm getting old. I was 18.
e-girl years. If you have been here, if you have been with me for that long, you deserve like some kind of reparations or something. Like, you have seen some Alright, I am about to watch it. I am so scared. I haven't watched this in years.
I think I've seen this.
They're pretty late.
Yep. I remember that.
Heels? Do you wear makeup? Do you want to go on a diet and get thin? Don't do any of those things. Hey, I'm a feminist. That's right, a feminist in 2014 America.
Oh.
Can my voice even do
Oh,
that
God.
anymore? 2014 America! Oh, I can. Okay, never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Alright, let's go.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to
Oh,
my
God.
level.
Oh,
and
God.
that means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't
She's really going for that boxy energy.
do your hair, don't try to look pretty. I get catcalls all the time and I hate it. I just love vlogging about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr. And shaving? Forget shaving. Don't shave. This video game character is dressed too sexily.
Dude, I remember when women were talking about not shaving their underarms, and they were like dyeing their underarms, their armpits just like green and blue. It was so fucking weird, dude. I am so glad we're out of that. Or at least nobody talks about it.
like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me. Did you guys
Yeah, remember the whole my body, my choice, body positivity thing? They've gone fucking wild with it.
know that rape is bad? Rape is bad. Does anybody know this? Rape is bad. And if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
Yeah, it's gotten wild, bro.
Good, it's over.
that-
Oh, fuck, she's back!
Feminism in 2014 America is completely pointless. It's just a label that people are putting on themselves
And it's gotten even more pointless.
to feel special because
Why do I sound so cute? It's just a label people are putting on themselves like, aw, someone protect her, she doesn't know how bad it's gonna get!
it's the special snowflake oppression Olympics.
Yeah, and they've taken that word. They've taken our snowflake word that we used to use, and are trying to use it against us, but insults don't work on us. I don't know what they're thinking.
Everyone is in this big race to be the most progressive and the most open-minded and the most oppressed. It is the
Yep.
strangest thing I have ever seen.
It's gotten
And
worse.
It's like infesting like the internet, and it's starting to seep out into the real world. And like I really don't like it.
So a little lore behind this video before we continue. First of all, Obama was president. Okay, this was before the Trump era. In fact, this was like months before Gamergate even popped off. This is ancient. Some of you don't even remember a time before Trump. Like, Trump is your normal. You don't remember what the political and cultural landscape was like.
You know what my normal was? It was Bernie Sanders. I didn't give a shit about Obama. But whenever we were getting to the Trump era, I was all about Bernie. I loved Bernie. I was a Bernie bro.
Before Trump. That is like crazy to me. Anyway, at this time I was like 23, 24, working at a makeup counter in the
shit.
mall, and I noticed all the people
She was older than me. I thought we were the same age.
around me were changing. Their personalities were shifting. They were becoming like very unfunny and like offended at everything. It was very weird. One example that sticks out in my mind for some reason was my friend screamed in my other friend's ear. My friend was like, "Ah, you're gonna make me go deaf." And then my other friend was like, "That's not funny. My brother's half deaf." I don't know why that one sticks out, but like that was a pivotal moment
Yeah.
where I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck is going on? Also, we later found out that her brother was in fact not half deaf, but anyway, the only thing I traced it back to was they all used the same website.
This video is mostly about
It turned into porn!
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Yeah, they're on Blue Sky now.
Oh my god, is that Big Red? Oh my god, just blast from the past with this face here. This woman should get some kind of like compensation for being on so many YouTubers' thumbnails. She was the face of the triggered feminist SJW for years.
Number one, shut the f up for a second. Now, if you would shut the f up for the 50th billionth time.
And then it was this other person. Where are these people nowadays? I wonder what they're up to.
Tumblr is the reason there is just this
I saw a video, I think, of the screamy girl, but that was a while ago.
outbreak and infestation of SJWs, ruining my internets and ruining my real life and just sucking the sense of humor out of so many people I know.
Tumblr was very popular back then, but there was like some dark evil energy coming from it, and I sensed it. And at the time, that is where I thought all this woke SJW shit was coming from. Little did I know, like, a lot of these people on Tumblr
Bro, somebody was paying for it.
were college kids. All this, like, rape culture, white supremacist bullshit was
Yep.
coming from the college classroom. And at the
Yep.
time,
I was in college, kinda. I didn't go to college, but I lived on a college campus as a stowaway in my girlfriend at the time's dorm room. That was the life, man. But yeah, I could see this culture forming. It was so crazy.
I didn't know. I was just a humble makeup salesman, so I was really confused, and I felt like I was going crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to boot up the Shoe0Nhead channel. I'm gonna vent and make a video. Nobody's gonna fucking see it. I don't care. As far as I knew, there was no other videos online talking about this subject, so I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and left. Like, I didn't check the comment section, and I didn't even know that Thunderfoot, a YouTuber, shared my video, and that's how it originally blew up. And from there, I found out, oh, there's more people who agree with me. I found like Sargon of Akkad and like the Honey Badgers. It was crazy to feel like, oh, I'm not going insane.
You know what I noticed started happening back then, back in like 2014 to 2016, was a lot of people, that's when they were throwing labels. There was a label culture where people were giving themselves labels. That's when people started identifying as like bisexual, asexual. Those were the main things. There weren't any trans people really yet. Demisexual, that was one. What is demisexual? That's like when you see your partner as a god or something. I don't know.
Things are changing.
They're all in this big competition to see who could be the most progressive and the most tolerant, at the same time being the most annoying and the most intolerant people that I've ever met in my.
Yeah, don't make a gay joke in 2014. People would go absolutely insane, even more insane than today, because now they'll just insult you. Back then, since it was so new, people were so crazy about it that you would probably get into a fight in the cafeteria.
My life. It is just a big. It's the oppression Olympics. Labeling yourself as a feminist. Stop it. It is not a movement anymore. You do not need it.
I knew a feminist. That would hang around with us too, and I fucking hated her, but she was friends with my girlfriend.
Nobody needs it. You have every single right that every guy has now. Like most feminists on the internet just hate men.
Now, if you can believe it, and this might be hard to believe while watching this video.
Yeah, she hated me. She really did.
This was
for no reason.
Transgressive back in the day. This was like crazy to hear online back then, especially coming from a woman. We're saying things like, oh, feminism is doo-doo, and like obvious ass shit. Like, people have a victim complex these days. That was like sacrilegious. And now it's like nothing. Now it's like wallpaper. Everyone thinks that. Every day there's like a new racist e-girl popping up and saying the N-word and then falling off a week later. Like, if this video came out today, it would get like no views because it's the most basic shit ever. This video almost got me fired from my job, you know? Like, they found out where I worked, they called my boss, they were like, she hates women, like all this stuff.
Yeah, now it doesn't work like that because companies are scared to actually fire people over this stuff, because if the online right finds out that you're firing somebody over their political views that are just, you know, against the oppression culture, then they're going to get bombarded with hate online, and everybody's online. So they take it way too seriously. They think online is real, and it's just a disaster for them, and they don't want it no more. And it wasn't like that during COVID. This is a recent thing that's been happening. Like, for example, I was a manager at Dollar General. I refused to do all the DEI bullshit, and they didn't fire me. Mostly because if they did fire me, then I was going to blast them online. And also, They couldn't fire me because if they did, they wouldn't have anybody to replace me because they'd have to hire a retard.
When it first blew up, most of the comments were negative. It was just a bunch of angry women being like, you're a handmaiden of the patriarchy. Like, this was before the term pick-me existed. Handmaiden of the patriarchy. That goes—
Yeah, remember when Handmaid's Tale was a fucking meme everywhere? You couldn't get away from it online.
was kind of hard. Can we bring that back? Okay, so that was the first video. Let's watch another one, shall we? This is called Social Justice League vs. Gamers.
May or may not have noticed, I've been fully immersed.
That was the where I really was the gamer portion, where Anita Sarkeesian was trying to take over everything.
In this whole Gamergate thing since it started like 2 months ago.
Gamergate was 2 months ago? Oh my god. For those of you who don't know what Gamergate was, you know what, don't worry about it, it's not important. Some woman allegedly slept with someone and now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Things happened in between that, but that's basically the gist of it. Editing Shoe here. I decided to actually put in a brief explanation because genuinely a lot of you might not know. Gamergate kicked off when game devs and game journalists were accused of sleeping with each other for better game reviews. A bunch of journalists then coordinated anti-gamer—
They still do it. They just find other means to do it. Like, oh, we're gonna do this $30,000 promotion party.
Hit pieces all coming out around the exact same day saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how sexist and white and male gaming spaces were.
And it's gotten so much worse, dude.
It was a mess that went on for like 3 years, arguably longer, and many people cite it as one of the first major—
It didn't go away. People just stopped talking about it because it was boring to talk about.
Culture wars online. People went to the UN to talk about sexism in gaming. There was even a Law and Order episode about evil sexist gamers.
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
I remember that.
They leveled up.
Also, Logan Paul was in that episode for some reason.
Yeah, that's literally why I remember it.
It was a weird time. Anyway.
Seeing good friends of mine get labeled as misogynist, sexist—
By the way, I used to be a Logan Paul and Jake Paul viewer, but not for fun, you know. I was watching it out of pure disgust and cringe. Remember the whole Team 10 thing with Jake Paul, where his neighbors hated him?
racist, only for enjoying video games and seeing through this very obvious agenda pushing 100% no. I honestly could not imagine being so deluded that you actually make yourself believe that all gamers are white, cis males who are worse than ISIS. I'm not even mad, I'm actually like impressed that these people have the ability. They're like champions of mental gymnastics of the oppression Olympics.
SJW logic and facts. Oh my god.
Coming in like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this character doesn't look like me, she's not frumpy and below average, it makes me insecure, change it, change this.
And now look at us now. Dude, the old Shoe0Nhead video slaps so hard because she's literally just describing how bad it's gotten now.
I don't like this.
This is the precursor.
I don't play that, but I don't like it. There could be a fucking black, Mexican, Chinese, demisexual, lesbian, feminist otherkin in a wheelchair with no legs and shit. And these crybabies would still not be happy.
Yeah, World of Warcraft.
Oh my god, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
It's gotten worse.
They still do this shit. They still invade nerdy male spaces and force them to cater to them. They're
Get with the times. This is modern culture.
still purposely making female characters like ugly and frumpy. You still can't pander to them because they'll never be happy.
Take a look at this.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality.
Oh, dude, are you talking about, like, online also? That was a thing people were mad about teabagging in Halo.
That already exists in the world of gaming. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic.
Look at how good the graphics are.
Oh, that's sex? I've been doing it wrong? God damn!
Oh my god, I forgot all about the traffic cone. My dad literally stole that traffic cone off the street from me. I was like, Dad, I need a traffic cone for this video I'm doing. He like took it off the street and he's like, here you go. He didn't even like ask what it was for. I was just like, thanks. Like, It's good to have a supportive father in your
Isn't
life.
that a
So this one
felony?
is called Average is Beautiful.
Race together? Wow, how progressive!
Oh my god, Race Together. I forgot all about this. In 2014, Starbucks did this thing called Race Together, where I shit you not, they made baristas write hashtag Race Together on the cups to encourage discussion about race
Starbucks.
relations with customers.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of race relation, like, tension by just making awkward conversation.
And it got worse during COVID because there were normal people out and about in the streets, but during COVID that didn't happen anymore. You just got a bunch of fucking crazy people online. There was nobody in the streets, so they just got worse about it.
About race at Starbucks. Why?
They
There
were
was no
forcing
pushback.
18-year-old kids to have awkward-ass discussions with strangers about race. Yeah, can I get a tall cappuccino? Ah, yes, hello. I see you are a person of color. What the f***?
When did USAID start? Because I think that's what was one of the main benefactors behind all of this.
Were they smoking back then?
I just imagine some black lady, like, on her way to work, walks into Starbucks, like, oh, can I have a latte, please? And the barista just like, ah! I see you are a woman of color.
Oh my god, I made the same fucking joke. I didn't even remember. That's I did it again! Wow, it's almost like we have the same brain or something.
This is social justice. You can, like, invade video games all you want, you can do whatever you want to comics, but don't touch my Disney. I will send the hounds on you.
Oh god. Nobody tell her, nobody tell her, nobody tell her. Weird. This one is called Internalized Misogyny.
If you're a woman capable of individual thought, you've probably had the term internalized misogyny thrown at you a few times. So, what is it exactly? F***ing retarded. The end. There are so many stupid feminist rebuttals, but I think internalized misogyny has to be, like, my top favorite. Right after she's doing it for male attention and she'll learn when she's older. She'll learn when she's older, as if one day it's just gonna be like...
You will never believe what USAID started in like 1961, but in 2014 is when they started getting into the LGBT rights. So that's when we started seeing all this shit pop up, was like 2014. For real, it was 2014. I didn't think about none of this before then. That was the year I graduated. But in 2014, USAID released the You Said LGBT Vision for Action to promote and protect the human rights of LGBT persons globally.
Happy birthday to you.
Holy shit! Manspreading is an issue!
I am literally older now than I was meant to
shit,
be
the fucking man-spreading. I remember the memes.
in that skit about the future. And I did not, in fact, learn when I got older. I got worse.
These people have an excuse and a buzzword for everything. Racist, sexist, MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged.
Trans! That's a new one.
Oh my god, MRA. I forgot about MRAs. Oh my god. MRAs were men's rights activists. And before people were getting called like incel online for criticizing women or supporting men, they were being called MRA. Yes, it was considered a insult back then to care about men's rights. This was before the modern...
So, yeah. So what happens here? You start calling people MRA as an insult, and the people you're calling MRA start to call themselves MRA as a joke, and they move on to a new word, which is incel. And now we're calling ourselves incels. They call us chuds. We call ourselves chuds. You can't insult us. We just embrace it.
Red Pill. This was before Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Fresh and Fit. We had like Roosh V.
For the longest time, I wanted to do a post on how to approach girls that are ordering a drink at the bar. So what I did is I went to the toy store and I bought some dolls. These two are the cute girls who you want to have sex with.
That was our Andrew Tate back then.
MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged. They do this to move the goalposts, so then you're like, oh wait, I'm not an MRA. This is why I'm not an MRA.
That's why you don't play the game. Like, I didn't know this at the time, I was naive and stupid, but you don't fight back. You don't go like, oh no, I'm not right-wing, I voted for Bernie, I have a gay friend. Like, no. Shut up. No. You just have to go, okay, and even if you're not, because literally all they have is the ists and the isms. Defending yourself from their thought-terminating buzzwords is just, it's useless. It's a waste of time. I wish I knew that.
Yeah, they don't care. Like, even if they know that you are completely not the thing that they're calling you, they don't care. They think that they're winning, that they're getting a rise out of you, and that's all they care about.
back then. So this is my most
It's just
viewed
winning.
video ever.
They just
10
want power.
million views. Demonetized. Haven't seen a single cent from that video. Awesome. Anyway.
So we all know BuzzFeed is the internet equivalent of ass cancer. We know this, and I'm pretty sure the website is a government experiment created to test my patience.
Is that a Mr. Meeksy shirt?
Meeksy, you mean Meeseeks?
Oh my god, dude. Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
They're known for hits like, let's get fat women to do poses only fit gymnasts can do, being a woman is hard because compliments, and damage control the video. So without further ado, I present to you
Yeah, the male feminists were so bad.
36 questions feminists have for men.
I remember this video! Hold on, I gotta check something. Yep, that's what I thought. The U.S. government did not provide direct grants or funding to BuzzFeed as an organization. However, in fiscal years 2023 and 2024, you said paid approximately $44,000 to BuzzFeed for digital news subscriptions. I remember this. Holy shit. Specifically to access BuzzFeed news content, which were standard commercial transactions rather than grants or subsidies. Back when they were failing, and they were like, we'll just pay you $44,000 in subscriptions, and we're not going to manipulate you at all. No way. Additionally, in October 2012, BuzzFeed ran sponsored content for the Obama administration, which generated advertising revenue for the company, but was a paid marketing arrangement, not government funding. BuzzFeed's primary financial support has come from venture capital firms such as Andreessen Horowitz and NBC Universal, and advertising revenue, not federal appropriations. And just fucking look at that, man. Just holy shit. It's the same shit that's still going on. They never stopped. It just got worse.
They were just pumping out videos like this constantly. Every week, another mass-produced, corpo-slop, anti-man, anti-white video.
So when you see the word white, what comes to mind?
Privilege, I think power.
We can never let this happen again. I don't care if Trump blows up the world, okay? They can make Israel a 51st state, as long as I never have to hear,
Hey, fellow white guys.
ever again.
Oh, God.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as someone I personally politically disagree with? The man is literally Satan to these people. Like,
When was this? Was this 2014, 2015? Or was this 2016? I don't fucking know, dude. Holy shit. We're still doing this.
they could have said Hitler. They basically meant Hitler. Trump is their Hitler. It's very trendy to hate Trump right now.
Oh, God. And, yeah, they legit think that anybody who doesn't hate Trump is a Nazi. Not even people who are, like, on his side who support Trump. People who don't hate Trump are Nazis now, according to the leftoids.
Right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty left-leaning, but I've been called a Trump supporter like 6 times in the past few months.
6 times! 6 times! Oh, you poor baby! Try 6,000! At the time,
6,000? That's even low!
the anti-woke, anti-SJW genre was mostly full of liberals. It was mostly liberals criticizing, all of this stuff, all of this woke behavior. We all saw this as not real liberalism. This isn't the real left. The real left cares about, real equality and workers' rights and blah, 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 blah. We wanted to call our side out. Obviously, that didn't work, but we tried.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide
Oh,
open?
fuck. I remember that lady.
Men have balls.
Oh my god, manspreading. One of the top
Yeah,
issues
I was talking
people would
about
talk
that
about
earlier.
nonstop back then was men sitting with their legs slightly open on
And then it moved on to mansplaining.
public transportation. It was seen as some patriarchal statement of power or some shit.
Yeah, and this is what started the free bleeders movement, where chicks would just go out into public on their periods without pads or without tampons or anything, and they would just bleed on the seats. Fucking disgusting. It's my right. My body, my choice.
Every week we had to hear about manspreading.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
What happened to all these little pet issues they were all upset about? I guess people can't afford houses now, right? They can't find jobs. I don't think they have energy to talk about the f***ing pink tax or manspreading or whatever.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow, another chocolate bar. 2 of a thing I like. Together.
People still come to my channel to this day and leave comments on my videos like, "Are you the chocolate bar girl?" My legacy.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time.
I love how we've gotten so messy with we don't know what men and women are anymore, that we just don't talk about the wage gap because men are women and women are men, apparently now.
It does not count for different
We
job
got non-binary.
hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
So the reason I have a button that debunks the wage gap is because back in the day you could not escape hearing about the fucking fake-ass 77-cent wage gap bullshit.
Yep.
I don't think you hear about the wage gap anymore because young women are starting to out-earn young men, so that's a little awkward.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex?
Because on average, we are. It's a fact. Trigger warning. Facts.
Libs owned! Trigger warning, facts! Okay, Ben Shapiro, calm down! I thought that was such a mic drop.
Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome! More money!
So when women make less, it's called the wage gap, but when men make less, it's just more money.
Yeah, and then you start complaining like, I can't find a man that makes enough money for me! Why do I make more money than all of the men?
Sorry, I'm like responding to the old
It's
video.
like they really, all that they wanted was just more money. They didn't give a shit if men were making more. They just wanted to make the most. Newsflash, everybody wants to be the richest person in the world. And you're gonna say anything and do anything to make that happen. Not everybody, obviously. I don't want that. But, you know, I'm speaking in generalities for these woke freaks.
Instead of my video, I forget how stupid these talking points were, dude. And sorry, I'm just watching these videos. I'm thinking about all the fucking people on Reddit who are like, Shoe0Nhead sent me down the alt-right pipeline. Really? This is what did it? How the fuck is it my responsibility if you watch milquetoast ass shit like this and start goose stepping? I went down the alt-right pipeline. I was a Nazi. First of all, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You probably watched some Ben Shapiro owns college liberal compilations, and then some other YouTuber years later told you that's what being a Nazi is. And
You wanna, dude, I can't even talk about the alt-right pipeline, the actual alt-right pipeline, where, like, I am actually friends. I'm friends with everybody, so fuck you if you get mad at this. I have friends who are skinheads, actual, real fucking neo-Nazis, and not just the ones that are online just pretending. These people are not online. They are not online. They are in the real world, and they go to, like, punk shows out in the woods, where they just have screamy punk music, and they break glass and shit, and get fucked up and fight each other. And they will kill people. Not the ones that I know, but there are people there that have definitely killed people because they're fucking insane. You don't know what these actual real Nazis are like.
And that actually having the politics of a Walmart HR
Because I'm a fucking degenerate.
department is salvation. Like, can we fucking relax? I'm sorry, I don't understand the
I've got friends that have ties to the cartels, so, dude, these people are not real.
YouTubers and streamers from this era who have like trolls remorse about this shit, that feel guilty for making fun of this stuff back then because they think them making fun of this stuff gave rise to Trump and whatever. It's like, no, this stuff gave rise to Trump, not you reacting to it. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of this shit? It's ridiculous and it's counterproductive. Like, you wonder why so many Gen Z men are further right than like boomer men. It's not because they watched a YouTuber called BuzzFeed cringe, right? It's because BuzzFeed and things like it, the media, academia, the culture that they grew up in, a reactionary movement needs something to react to. Like, this shit, as goofy as it was harmful. It was harmful to society in general, and it was harmful to, like, the left, because this is how people saw the left. Trump wasn't elected specifically because BuzzFeed, right? Like, that's stupid. But there was this, like, slingshot effect against woke one. But more importantly, there was a hole in politics left from a do-nothing neoliberal neocon establishment that was just waiting to be filled by a populace, and Trump filled that hole.
Yep, and now there's another hole that's being filled with communists over on the left because they just pandered to the left so hard just to remain in power, to gain more money, even though they knew that it was all bullshit, that it created a hole, because once it started getting insane, people shifted either further to the left or they shifted more to the middle. And then that hole right there between the far, far left and the middle is being filled with fucking communists.
filled America's hole, he got America pregnant, and 9 months later, out pops a war with Iran. And America's like, I didn't ask for this. Well, why'd you open your legs, whore? Sorry. You were asking for it. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we should flatten Iran.
Anyway, now people online are like, oh, Woke 2 is gonna be great. Woke 2 is gonna hit like crack.
If you thought we were woke before, you done went and woke the beast. Welcome to Woke.
Yeah, welcome to Woke. Oh.
2.0.
Do you want Hitler too? Because that's how you get Hitler too. We are not doing this shit again. I would kindly advise against it. If you look at everything happening now, like literal pedophiles running the world, bills being passed to merge our military with foreign militaries, a bunch of AI surveillance cameras popping up everywhere, bombs we pay for with our tax dollars against our will going to blow up children. All of this shit seems extremely petty and unimportant. But it was part of this like deeply subversive, destructive rot in society. I used to always say that culture war was a distraction from class war, and for the most part, I still kind of think that's true, but I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, you know? I could want the rich to pay their fair share and also want my children to grow up in a world where it's not socially acceptable to hate them. Yeah, these videos were a little cringe and like, I don't think they aged.
Yeah, but where a lot of people miss it is because they will vote in these leftoids that say the things that they want to hear. Like, the rich need to pay their fair share. And also, we're going to not look at this fraud because I'm making money off of it, this widespread fraud that's happening everywhere. It's all fake.
That poorly. Some of the jokes.
And they also support pedophilia and make it easier to be a pedophile. These leftoids over in California. They're giving less harsh punishments to pedophiles. Or just outright not even arresting them. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like that Batman guy? Whatever happened to him? Nothing. Nothing happened.
Were really cringe and like facts and logic liberals. I pretty much do the same videos, but now they're more like organized and structural and scripted. I do the same videos, but in a more medicated sort of way. Big Vyvanse has taken away your millennial quirk chunguses. Big Pharma won't let me go merp. So that was that video. I thought it would be fun to do. What did you guys think? If you want to see my full, raw,
it was a
unedited
blast
reaction
to the past.
To my first video, there is a bonus video up on my Patreon right now, link down below. What the fuck?
I wish I could do
also,
that.
all Patreon members
My arms don't move.
get every single video a day early, uncensored, no bleeps. I'm also doing Patreon-only live streams now, so I would love to see you guys there. Lots of
That's
stuff going
cool.
on. Link down below.
I want to start doing stuff on Patreon.
Join today. We want you. Join the shoe simps. Join the SS today. Also, a big thank you again to today's sponsor, Ground News. Go check them out. Link down below. And I will see you guys
I would use them if you didn't have to pay for them.
with a new video.
Oh man, I can't wait for the next one. That was a real blast from the past, bro. I can't believe how much worse everything got. And also simultaneously, right now, it's better than it was back then. Because everybody's able to actually call it out, and everybody knows it's bullshit, and people on the left are starting to flip. Some prominent figures, like John Fetterman, and like now David Pakman. It's so many media personalities are doing it. I can't think of any because I don't know them. I only keep track of the insane ones. But I see the videos. They get shared around on X pretty frequently of leftists being like, hey, these people have gone completely insane. Don't listen to them. They're just pandering to you and saying the things you like. Stop it. I've got a leftist friend who is gay, and he is exactly like that. He's like, hey, these guys, they're tricking you. They're saying all these things, but behind the scenes, they're doing other things like taking money from fraud. The economy is so bad right now, but we're going to steal trillions of dollars and give them to fucking Somalians and Middle Easterners. And we're going to open the borders. Like, what the fuck? All right, I can rant forever, man.